개발자 TV.
So we've got our collections, we've got some properties in those collections, and we'll always be adding collections, maybe deleting collections, adding and removing properties. So don't think of your database as something that you have to get perfectly correct at the very start of your app, right? We're just trying to get a baseline to start working with. And just like I mentioned in the previous video, if we open up this records, I want to talk a little bit about records here. If I click on this records button, you can see that I don't have any data yet, but this is that table kind of format, that spreadsheet almost looking format that we have, right? So I've got my collection, my table that's called users. I've got properties or columns here for each of the types of information for my users. And if I wanted to add a user to this table, I could certainly do it here from the back end if I wanted to, right? So here, this is basically just a form, essentially, right, where I can fill in john@test.com. I can even put a password in here for him if I want. And I can put in his username, Johnny Test. That was a great show, right? I don't know if any of y'all saw that cartoon. And I can put, it even gives me a date picker here that I can choose the date, right, and click Save. And there we go. We have a record for a user here, right? And this is a really great way to kind of manage the data in your back end as well. We also have these, just like I mentioned previously, we've got these properties here for when this record was created and when it was updated. And it's not always going to show it this way, so you can choose how you want this date to be displayed, but for now it's just kind of showing us the relative time that it was created and when it was updated. Now, adding records from the back end is great, but we really want to, the power in Adalo is allowing your users to create things in the database from the app side of things, right? So, of course, we can create stuff from the back end of Adalo this way, but really the power of it comes when you create a form for your users, they're able to input the information, and then that information is sent to your database and stored there, right? And that's how records work, right? They're just rows in the database that are added by your users or by you. And they hold any information in that collection by placing them into these categories called properties.